Hey guys, how's it going? Elliot here again, and in today's video we are going to be refurbishing a Game Boy Pocket, which is a DMG style from Japan for you. I think I paid about £15 for this, which really isn't a bad price for one of these things, especially one with an LED on the side. As you can see, I've accumulated quite a few of them. Some of them are missing the screens. The screens are actually quite expensive to replace, but this is the one that I bought, and as you'll be able to see in just a moment, it is extremely yellow, but it's closer to looking like the yellow Game Boy Pocket. There is dirt really deep down in all the crevices of the Game Boy. It's something that's definitely going to need a huge clean. The screen is also burnt, so it really hasn't got much going for itself at the moment, and just to top it off, it doesn't even work. One of the things I'm going to be trying in the next video, this is going to be a two-part video, is using some hydrogen peroxide. This is actually in a hair cleaning product. I'm going to just kind of smother it all over the Game Boy, and we're going to try and RetroBright the Game Boy to get it back to its original color. But the first thing we have to do, of course, is take the whole thing apart and make it work. That is bloody filthy. These button pads get seriously dirty. I have no idea actually how they get dirty because the gap between the plastic and the buttons is just so small. It really is quite disgusting how it gets that dirty. Really is. The screen is extremely burnt, so we're going to have to take the polarizer film off, just like we did in the previous video, which I'll put an annotation up on in the cards, or however people say it to sound professional. The screen process is quite easy to take it off. I've done it 1,000 times. Just gently twist the shell. Next thing to do was to diagnose what was actually wrong with this thing. The first thing I always do is take some isopropyl alcohol and absolutely fill the power switch up with it, then flick it around, and I also then put some batteries in, and that actually seemed to get it working. So the switch was just really dirty, which is kind of a generic thing with these things, especially ones which are this dirty like that. I'm going to finish taking the whole thing apart, and then I'm going to show you what I do cleaning it in the sink. Once you've got all of the metal components out of the Game Boy, you want to make sure that they're all out of there in case they rust, just to be sure. Fill the sink up with some hot, soapy water. I also use a bit of antibacterial soap just to be sure. The water doesn't really need to be hot, but it just feels a little bit less awful with cold water and bacteria floating all around. Grab your mum's toothbrush and then absolutely scrub away at all the dirt. Really want to make sure that it's gone. In the next episode, when we actually RetroBright this, it's very important that this stage is done carefully and everything is really clean. It's really nice and rewarding cleaning all the silicone pads because underneath all that dirt, they are actually a nice colour. Look away for any of you who don't want to see a sticker being ripped off. Everything is now absolutely clean. As you can see, the shell is still pretty yellow. Next video, we're going to be retro-brighting it with the hydrogen peroxide. When we get some sun, we're going to take the camera outside, which is going to be a bit of a different setting for some of the new people who have joined. I've also cleaned up the screen, taken off all the old residue, and I definitely think we're going to be able to reuse this screen. It's not too scratched or anything like that, so I'm quite looking forward to putting the whole thing back together. Really hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Let's Refurb. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.